just move some stuff around, no reason. What happened last time? I gotta say, I was listening to the VOD last night, and I was
upload just last night. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm aware. But I was pretty entertained by how entertained I sounded when you guys walked in the room and shot the orb, and I was like, "You did it! That's great." Yeah, that's great. You know what else is also great? This turn order thing is also pretty great.
I'm just so astounded how I instantly forgot that we're.
I mean, as we discussed last time, you, me, and O, like that's not necessarily like the tactically wrong moment. Would you like to know the head boy? Head boy. Yeah, what happened last time? Yeah, it began at the camp, quote unquote.
Through
Up
various
like 100 feet.
Through various different approaches, mostly dropping Rohan down a cliff face. We slowly lowered down while collecting. I think we got all the statue pieces. I think
so.
If not, we missed like one
you
or two.
got all that you could get.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, because didn't we break a few as well?
You broke it.
Yeah.
You broke a couple, not a few.
We broke enough that we're just like, that's probably not important, right?
Of course, of course.
You guys will be the judge of that today.
Yep. And it was actually mission critical.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time you guys have done
that. Ron fell down. Meanlock cut the rope at one point when Relker, there we go, was climbing down. Rolled extremely good and didn't like lose his hat in the water. That would have been a really shitty way to die.
He would have had a recovery period because it's like a shallow pond.
Yeah. He's not being, I don't know, thrown into a lake or something. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us had relatively easy times going down. Friggin' Ori. There was an O in there. Ori just did some sweet flips and just ended up at the bottom, which is like, oh hey, how's it going?
Like you do.
Like you do, yep.
Ray's kind of goes around as a spider and detects that there is something in one of the rooms down the couple paths we have, and then we discover that we didn't actually have a couple paths because one of them led to a brick wall. So we had a path that he detected there was shit on the other side.
I'm not gonna lie, I was ready for one of you to be like, I break the wall.
I mean, hey, it's never too late. You break the wall, okay, you punch like half a foot in. There is more brick. Or more wall. Anyways. What am I trying to think of? He also detected there was like arcane runes and stuff. Like there was like actually a magic security system put in play, and the door we had to go through was like big, heavy ass stone door.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
So it's like this is a heavily secured area. Went inside, deactivated the alarm, and by deactivated the alarm, I mean started the combat. Rose immediately gets hit with 2 levels of exhaustion because she rolled absolutely abysmal.
You rolled rather poorly.
I think I rolled
There's
like
no
2
other way
ones.
to go around saying that. You rolled rather poorly, which is obviously not in your control, but it is something to know the superstition of.
It's just hilarious because it's like, oh, a con save, I have a +7, I'll be fine. Rolls a 1. Well, I'm very glad you didn't add a caveat of like if you fail by 5 or more, you get an extra point of exhaustion, because then it'd be like, fuck, dude.
I mean, I think it was along the lines of it was its own punishment if you failed in the first place, because the DC was decently low for the whelps.
Yeah, I just have a +1 to dexterity. Shazoom. Ta-da.
Well, the thing is, like, it's a double gate system of like you had to fail the dex and then the con.
You have to be really bad. Oh, you did real bad. I find it mildly hilarious.
D&D.
Yeah. The enemies were surprisingly not as much of a threat as I thought. They still banged us up a fair bit. Like a number of us we're not like on death's door, but a number of us did use some resources and did get banged up. The room we were in was like relatively like complex architecture. They had like some catwalks up top.
Yeah, it was the entire room. Just so I can get it thrown out there, the entire room, including the railings and so on, is comprised of stone. So it is basically a chiseled, albeit I guess dusty and eroded, room. So something to consider. This place musty.
Lovely things.
What else?
That's about it. Was there more? I'm assuming there's probably more I missed. I mean,
You guys don't know.
Ruan kind of figured out what the dragons, as much as he could decipher which dragons they were for the statues.
And we're missing a couple, likely the ones we broke.
Yeah, I think it was white and copper. I think were missing. Every other
I
one.
believe that's correct, but I recorded it because I knew I would forget.
Also, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Continue your recap.
It's been 2 seconds.
How dare he?
So, anything else you guys wish to add to the report?
Let me look.
I said report. Recap?
Yeah.
It'll be a report when you guys get back to base.
Where are we right now? I would like to know that because I left middle of combat.
Oh yeah. What happened
We...
with the fight?
Oh, let me just show you. Ha! We ended session right as combat finished.
Okay, so we're in the room.
You're in the room.
Cool.
Oh yes, I see.
Here.
Awesome. We're not dead. That's a good sign.
I think the two people that were in the most concern, well, obviously one was Rose. The other one for a moment was Reyes because not sure if it got shown in the chat log, but they could, if you ever went prone, they would just eat your guts out and then you would go incapacitated.
Yeah.
Yeah, nasty capability of that. Which was
Gut rend, nice.
Yeah, there it is, gut rend.
Oh yeah, there is a little.
Yeah.
Gut ripped.
Cheers into ages.
Yeah.
Juicy.
You know the best part is I didn't even have to come up with that. That's from something else in the official rules.
Oh god.
Yeah. So yeah. That being said, I think all the whelps, that's what they are, whelps, were basically sundered. There's not even any remains of them, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and so on. The big ones, the full-size Lich-Drakes are still there. Well, two semi-capacity, I guess. You probably really only have the core spinal structure and their heads, but their limbs are probably sundered as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything else you guys want to add? If not, then you don't got
I
it.
think that's it. Because I think I know I got a level of exhaustion as well. If I remember rightly.
May
I
have.
do not see any exhaustion on my sheet. Did I get any?
You didn't get any exhaustion. You got incapacitated.
I did.
One person did. Okay,
damn
let's see. Well, that kind of sucks for you.
Yep.
I think we have kind of a way around that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And with that, I'm gonna go use the restroom. But you guys feel free to discuss the parameters of if you actually want to take a short rest or not. It's up to you. I'll be right back. My stomach is acting up because caffeine.
Y'all want to know something funny? I forgot Sir Grayson gives everyone his worth 4 temp HP every round.
Haha.
Oh well, we survived it.
I don't think that would have been. It would have saved a couple points.
Oh, excuse me. Oh. So how does it get rid of exhaustion again? It's like a long rest, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or greater
okay.
still.
Which I think is like a 4th or 5th level
It's a
spell?
5th level spell and it requires diamond dust.
Oh. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm all out of that.
Freshly tapped out, unfortunately.
Yep. Oh well.
Crush did mention, because the Elk of Endurance could kind of It restored a point of exhaustion last time, so it might be able to do that again. I'm not sure. It's something we'd have to probably ask Grayson about.
Mm-hmm. What was it called again? Sorry.
The you know how he summons like different animals, like he'll have like the bird or the elk.
Oh yeah, the elk. Okay, that's fine.
It's like the elk of endurance.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I didn't quite catch it when you said.
Ah, that's fine. I mumble. Mumble. Where is?
How dare you?
Clearly, it's my fault.
It is.
There it is. This one. We could summon a friggin' lion. We just haven't done that yet. Why have we not summoned a lion?
Just imagine like a bright green, like lion just prancing about the place.
This is just Voltron.
Basically, oh my god, fucking Voltron, Jesus.
We get the other Power Rangers, we make Voltron.
Yeah, oh, I've not heard that in a
boss.
fucking minute.
Like the new show or the original show?
Probably the new one, I think.
It was a dumpster fire. Anyways.
Oh yeah. Earlier.
Oh, don't break things. That's fine.
Oh god, excuse me, sorry.
That's fine. Just get some tea. Have a minute, maybe, before he gets back.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll get tea.
The second she leaves, the second he shows up, I bet.
Oh, bet you.
There's something about that baby I just don't trust. He got his eyes from his dad, but his eyebrows. I'm glad that the only thing in my couch is spare change.
Are they watching like SNL or something? What are those jokes?
Huh?
The sound in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that picking up?
Yeah. Surprisingly clear.
The public service announcement for those who mow their own lawns and have wasp nests in their yard. So I wanted to let you see what I looked like before. So here we go. Always remember to check your yard for wasp nests and mildew wasp.
I am back.
Hi. Chrissy's grabbing tea real quick.
Fair enough.
Welcome back.
Let's change this music. Hi, Tango.
Speaking
Hang
of
on, buddy.
Aha.
See what? Let's see.
I'm trying dried dragon fruit for the first time.
Dragon fruit, either, if I remember correctly, there's two variants of dragon fruit. One which is basically tasteless, and one which is very, like, citrusy, I believe? Like very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that citrus.
Yeah, it's probably why my store has mango dragon fruit, because they would go well together if it was kind of citrusy.
My store used to have this, like, purple dragon fruit juice, which tasted like fucking nothing. It was solely there to look pretty.
Just get purple dye.
No. We still have it. It's been there for like a year in the freezer. Yeah, I'm sure it still tastes like nothing.
At this point, it might taste like wine, if it can ferment.
I'm not gonna fucking go drink it. It's fucking worthless.
You probably
Let's
have
see,
a
what-
buddy you could convince to doing it.
I do have a coworker who likes experimental stuff, but
Ooh.
I don't think she cares that specific. Ah, gosh.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. I need to go. Shit. This one. No, that's way too happy.
How dare we even contemplate being happy in this game?
It's not a matter of I don't want you to be happy. It's just more over like you. This obviously isn't a jaunty place you're in right now. So why would I put that?
No.
I'm really getting stressed. I knew there was something I forgot to do last night. It's always the music. Always.
Didn't you have music last time that you were using for this place?
I did, but that was like combat music.
True.
You guys aren't in combat right now. Unless you guys want round 2, but I don't think you want round 2.
5 minutes later, combat time.
You know what? No. Okay, we're gonna appropriate like many things in human history. I'm gonna appropriate this. Never mind, it goes too hard. Never mind, it's way too dramatic.
It goes way too hard for
theme. I remembered my mistake from the previous time about how it goes way too hard. There's a song in my head that I can hear it in my head, but I'm not crazy. But I don't know what it was.
What does it sound like?
It had like bells and like cello in it. I used it before.
I do like cello.
I think it was cello.
Did it have the screaming like Witcher tends to do?
No.
Okay.
It's more wailing. It's not for long,
Yeah, fair.
It was the spooky pirate music. That's what it was. Okay, well now we can't
Spooky
use it because
pirate.
you guys aren't in the ocean right now. So, god damn it. Anyways, you guys don't need to wait for me to get this shit, so I'll do it on my own time. Yeah, what you guys want to do?
I think Rose just comes in here and just leans against a wall. Like, oh, God.
You know what? Ori will join her.
This is the tired wall.
Yeah. Just, oh.
I could be standing right now.
Did we
I'm gonna
survive?
stand.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. Oh, not again.
Barrick like leans over the rails and calls down to you guys. How are you guys looking?
I've looked better.
I've been a bit more energetic, I feel.
Ria's be good.
Relkurt's like hacking open the skull of this Lich Drake, and he's just like, this sucks. There's no blood.
I mean, there's skeletons. I'd be surprised if there was.
That's why it sucks.
I know. Oddly less satisfying than I thought.
Is there like brain matter or
Ew.
is it just
No.
magically? Oh, it's just magic. Okay, cool.
We got a bunch of shit up here if you guys want to take a look at it.
Sure. Yeah, just give me a minute.
What, just a big pile of it? I meant objects, dumbass.
Which is not a bad roll. Okay.
Yeah, but
No,
before I go up to where Barrick is, can I just have a look around for anything that stands out? Anything unusual?
Sure. Well, I'm not sure if okay, well... Yeah, I guess you guys can be determined of that. For the time being, also, we're gonna use this. It's not really music, but it's good enough. I mean, it's sort of music. Sort of. So, as you take a look around, Raze, this looks to be some sort of lab. Though it's lacking any equipment or apparatuses, whatever the word is. I think apparatus is the right one. It does have some, I say familiar, stuff you've seen before, in the sense of back when you first plucked Helgix from the wall he was deposited in. Obviously, the architecture of the room is the same, the sort of angular, sharp cornered design carved from stone. You even see some of the, I won't call them ley lines because that makes them sound innate, but those magical nexus, the magical nexus, which Helgic sort of extended to and from and so on, that spans around the room. They're more of like wires along the wall. It's not like a massive net that's encompassing the room. Just one to the next, node to node, line to line, vector to vector, so on. There are plenty of stations present around the room, although, again, they are bereft of any particular objects on them. You see some familiar stuff that has lasted throughout the ages. I say ages, decades. You know, stuff they're familiar with. Mortars, pestles, and so on. The more physical things. Less so the alchemical things you have seen time and time again in your travels. You know, like glass beakers and so on. Nothing like that. You don't even see any sort of journal or book or anything. The place is pretty defunct. I would say there are stations that are built into the quote-unquote wall, which is the underside of these this walkway. So imagine like a gap in the wall themselves that are about waist height and extend to taller than even you.
Okay.
There are shelves built into such platforms as well, but again, lacking in anything.
And nothing amongst the bones of the dragons, the liches.
Roll me a perception. Or actually, investigation.
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 You look over the bones of the larger lich drakes, trying to see just in general, what's up with them. Tango just pulled out a USB from its... You fucking bitch, dude. Stop. Pulling the USB out. He's gonna do that to my headset USB in a second, I swear to God. Anyways, you look over the bones, trying to see or get some insight into the necromantic nature of them, their capacities, age, and so on. But you're unable to discern it. It's sort of disconcerting in its own right. The Lich Drakes, even though they look pretty damn similar, nearly identical, they both appear to be comprised of different skeletal structures. So like the long femur on the back legs are different than, you know, the claws of the front hand, quote unquote. Tango, stop doing that.
So it's a mishmash of bones.
Oh, in a way, yes. Well, exactly that, yes. You try to look into any sort of arcane or esoteric iconography, I guess, for lack of a better term. Stamps, signatures, and so on. You know, the sort of sigils that would be the exuding point, the catalyst for the necromancy behind them. But you are unable to find such.
Okay. Yeah, I'll point this out that this almost like amalgamation-esque nature of the bones, and start heading. The stairs up is down here, yeah?
The stairs up are down here, correct.
Yeah, and I'll just start heading that way.
You do spot the big hole in the wall, which itself is filled with more and more bones.
Bones.
They look like feed, or do they look like draconic bones?
Draconic.
Draconic. Any rhyme or reason to them, or just a pile of different?
Roll me perception.
Well, you're consistent.
Yeah, you're really consistent. In terms of rhyme, there is none. Reason, that's lacking as well. But you do see a pattern, I guess. I wouldn't even say it's a pattern. You see clusters of... Going around, the entire place is littered with bones. A lot of fragmented ones in particular. But you do spot that there are some intact skulls amidst them, and that the bones are more populated, I guess. There's more bones near the skulls themselves.
And there's nothing like. Do I get the impression that they're gonna stand up and start attacking?
If you walk into the room, who knows? Could they? Potentially. You do see amidst a cup. There are two skulls that are in your immediate vicinities. Say like one here and one here. Intact skulls. You see a tremor amidst the two of them, just for a brief instant, and you're just like, "Yeah, that's they're not dead."
Yeah, I'll mention this. Can I pop a detect magic real quick? I'll cast it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You 100% see necromancy magic.
Rohan, we might want to be careful about these bones. There be necromancy in there.
Right. More dead dragons. That's something I was thinking about, actually. The statues we found, they weren't just chromatic or metallic, but both of them. And the cave talked about ascension and doing it too quickly.
No.
Does that make sense to you?
What's in the hole?
Don't go in there. More dragons.
No blood.
You know me so well. That's all I need to know.
Keep it simple.
I'm just gonna take a knee here. He sits on one of the steps. We could be a bit more mindful of our tenuous circumstance. Yeah, I get my knickers in a bunch. No, just sit down. Like, hey, they're sitting down. You're calling them out for it. Did you actually get hit? I did, but it didn't really hurt. Then you have no excuse.
Answer your question, Rohan. In a way, it does make a little bit of sense. The dreams Ray's been having, them have the feeling of a journey. Don't know where to or what for. But yeah.
Right. It's not lost on me that you have both colors on you.
He nods at that.
And the Feywild has a way of warping to your needs and desires.
That it does.
So what are we doing here, Raze?
Yes, absolutely. No. Don't get me wrong.
Ray's not entirely sure. There's a stink here of evil. No, not evil. Corruption. Different. But the same. Ray stink is why them bones be in there.
Does what?
Change.
They failed?
Yeah, I think so. To change is a part of life. Everything changes. Nothing is the same one moment and the next. But to be fluid, that's different. To be one thing and yet another at the same time, Perhaps you understand this wrong.
What is it you want to be then?
A very good question. Reyes want to be an answer to an old problem. He wants to be the instrument leading to the eradication of Skonken and other such things. Things that plague my people and this land. Well, not the Feywilds, but our home. At least that is what I have always told myself. Truth be told, if I am honest for a moment.
Just a moment, though.
Not. I think I have always wanted to be more than I am.
Sometimes.
It's a way to achieve what I want. And to become the solution.